Alright, you bastards, this is Some-Belgian-prepper, and today we're going to talk about something that not a lot of preppers talk about, but it's very important. But before we do that, if you're interested in detective stories, this is the first part of 11-part series that I wrote. It's in Dutch, called Bloody Crosses, and if you're interested, the link will be down in the description. So, what is it am I talking about? Well, it's cleaning your teeth. And yeah, it is not a very exciting topic for preppers, I would say, and but it's actually something very important. We all in the West we rely on this a toothbrush, and some toothpaste. But what if those things are running out? We it is highly specialized, made in mass production. But what if the production stops and yeah, you don't have those, or during a bug out, what do you do then? And if you don't have toothpaste, because how long can this last when it's not cheaply made in mass production during a war embargo or other economical crises? So what I do then, what I always do, and I look around in history and other culture, how do other people do the same thing as we do? And it would be surprising to a lot of people, but the toothbrush, and especially electric toothbrush with a nylon brush, these are more Western things actually. Most people actually around the world, in almost all cultures that are not really West, they use simple sticks. Yeah. There are certain sticks that they use from certain trees, because like a walnut tree, in certain African countries they use a walnut tree, or was it Middle Eastern? I do not know. I forgotten. But they use a stick like walnuts, from a walnut tree, and these sticks have some antibacterial properties. And so there are other kind of trees that you can do this, like the birch. Is it a birch tree? I think so, that have antibacterial properties. And what they do is they take a stick, or from oak or from other trees, and they split the twig a little bit up, and then they start to chew on it a little bit, so you get a little sort of brush, and that way you can start to scrub over your teeth to remove the plaque, so that there is no plaque buildup. So yeah, that's how a lot of people in other countries and cultures do this. And yeah, I would say it's something effective. The only thing that it does not do is do something against the odors. But like I said, some yeah, a bad breath is not a bad breath, as everybody has a bad breath, I would say. But you can fix it with eating some fruit, some perhaps some fruits or some other herbs and spices to get like mints to make it a little bit fresher in the mouth after you scrub the plaque away. So that's something you can do. But if you're doing a bug out or going camping and you do not have a toothbrush, you can always use a good stick. Start to split it, and then start to gnaw on it till you get a brush like fibers. So what is something else that people use? Um, Actually, there are two things that come to mind, and that is, first of all, a modern thing that people start to use to whiten their teeth, and that is baking soda. They put it on their with a little bit water on their toothbrush, and they start to scrub it, and that should make the teeth whiter, and it's good to remove plaque. But it has a certain property that will not allow it to be used daily, and that is for the same thing that I'm going to say next, and that is charcoal. That's another thing that is being used in other cultures, and that is charcoal, like charcoal powder, ash, or something like that. You take it and you scrub it over your teeth, and it will also remove plaque. It's something that I do a few times a month to give my teeth a good cleanup. But like with the baking soda, that is baking soda, or was it baking powder? I mix all those two always together. But it's charcoal, ash, and those baking soda are things that, how do we say this? They are not corrosive, but they erode the outside of the teeth, and they could if you use it every day, they could damage your teeth on a small level. So yeah, they scrub it layer by layer away if you use it every day. It's not like if you use it a few times a month or one time a week, it's not really that big of an issue. But if you do it daily and scrub really hard, it's just to remove the plaque and not just to scrub it like crazy. So that's something else you need to do. Yeah, so that's something you can use, and even during a bug out, like the charcoal from a campfire, rub it into your onto your teeth to clean them and to get them white. Another thing that I heard is oil, like olive oil or mint oil, something oil to pull to that you squeeze in your mouth around for 50 minutes, like coconut oil or olive oil. Squeeze it in your mouth, and that way it would soften the plaque and pull it away from your teeth. And you, of course, spit it out afterwards. And then you have some water to get the oily taste out. But that's also something that has been used in other cultures. I do not know how effective it is, but this is something that I saw again and again and again. So there must be some grain of truth in it. And another thing, and this will many people will not really believe this, but dry scrubbing is also a method. Yeah, it's actually kind of logic. Make your toothbrush wet. If you don't have toothpaste, just scrape without the toothpaste. Uh, the two things are that you will not get from that is a good freshly mouth, and also the fluor is not inside of it. But you will remove plaque, and that can prevent some certain things like cavities and such and such. So dry scrubbing is also an option if you do not have toothpaste. Some people also like to do sea salt, a little bit of sea salt on their toothbrush for removing plaque. But like with the charcoal and with the baking soda, it can damage if it can damage your teeth if you use it frequently or very hard. So yeah, these were just a few examples that you can do. I would not really advise to use some other means like Listerine. Is it Listerine or Listerine? You know, the thing that you drink, swash in your mouth, the alcohol that you put in your mouth and spit it out again. That's not really good. And why? Because it does not only kill the bad bacteria, but also the good bacteria. So yeah, the thing is, there is more chance that you will get a quicker bad breath because also the good bacteria are gone, and also for cavities and other dental diseases, because yeah, you killed the good bacteria. So I would not advise to get something like Listerine into your bug out planning, or bug in plannings and pantry. So that's not really worth it, and you can use the alcohol for other things like getting hammered or disinfect wounds. I don't judge. What is another thing that I do not like, and that is dental flossing. Yeah, dental flossing, you get plaque removed from between the teeth, perhaps, but yeah, there is a certain problem with dental floss in that if you use it too much or too hard above the teeth, you will get certain cuts between the teeth or bleeding gum, and that could start to infect. Or if you, during a survival situation, have a lowered immune system, then yeah, then you have an opening in one of the first barriers that should hold back bacteria, and there's a bleeding in your mouth. So that's also something dangerous to do. I would say do it on your own discretion. I'm not a dentist, but that's something that you need to think about if you're going to get prepared for this kind of situation. So bleeding gum by flushing a little bit too hard or a little bit too high or a little bit too much could form a certain problem that could outweigh the benefit during a survival situation than in normal days where everything is clean, healthy, and yeah, not like during a disaster scenario to say. So yeah, these were things that I just wanted to mention. It's just a small video on this kind of topic. I hope you liked it. Subscribe, I would really appreciate it. If you have any other uses or ideas or something that you know to keep your teeth clean with everyday materials or something from the nature, please let me know in a comment. I'm always eager to learn. And yeah, in case I forgot something in this video, please let me know. Those kind of things. So thank you for watching and see you in the next video. And don't forget, keep your teeth clean because you need to bite your fingernails with something, right?